Welcome to The Modern Manager. I am Mamie Canfor Stewart, and every week I share tips and strategies to help you be a rockstar manager with a thriving team. Today, we are talking about how to show meaningful and authentic appreciation. But before we dive in, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you never miss an episode. I release new content every week. Appreciation. We know that this is an important part of what managers have to do. We have to show appreciation to our team members. We want them to feel valued and appreciated. The reality is that we are actually more wired for criticism and critique than for showing appreciation. So most of us have to be really intentional about showing appreciation and gratitude to our team members. We are quick to jump in with criticisms and feedback, but it takes a lot to actually show meaningful appreciation, especially because saying good job or thank you just doesn't cut it. So here are 3 ways to show meaningful appreciation that will make your team members feel valued for who they are and what they're bringing. Strategy number 1 is to show appreciation to someone for doing something that they do automatically without being asked to do it. So, for example, maybe there's someone on your team who always asks the really tough questions in meetings. Or maybe there's someone who plans the happy hours or is really invested in creating camaraderie amongst the team members. Or maybe there's someone who always volunteers to take on bigger challenges or help out when things get crazy. Whatever it is, when you appreciate someone for the things that they do without being asked, the things that they just do automatically, you're showing that you really see them, that you see that they are not just doing what's expected, but they are contributing to the team in ways that are bigger and better than what they were asked to do to begin with. And one of the beauties of this strategy is that for a lot of folks, we do these things naturally. If you are a tough question asker, it might just come naturally to you. And so when you get appreciated for that, you're getting appreciated for who you are, not just what you do. And that is a beautiful thing, to really feel seen and valued for who you are. Strategy number 2 is to appreciate someone for something that they do that is better than how you could do it yourself. Now, this one's a little funny because we don't want to make it about us, but there's something that's really special when a manager says to their direct report, "You did an amazing job. I couldn't have done it as good." Or, "I used to do that. I know how hard it was, and I couldn't have done it as well as you did it." That just makes the other person feel so valued for their unique contribution, because you're basically saying you couldn't have done this without them. And that makes them feel really special and valued. So as an example, I used to do all of the marketing materials for my business, and I passed them off to a team member one day. And when she came back with the materials that she had produced, I was floored, and I was so excited to say to her, "This work is amazing. It is better than what I could have produced, and I'm so thrilled that you took this up, and I'm so thrilled that you're now going to be managing this part of the business." What you say doesn't need to be big and flashy, and it definitely shouldn't be centered around you. So something as simple as, "Wow, this was amazing. I'm so grateful to have you on the team because the way that you did this is so much better than I could have done myself. And I am so grateful that you're bringing your talents to this work." Strategy number 3 is to show appreciation for the effort in addition to the outcomes and the results. So it's very easy to celebrate the wins, the successes, hitting those goals at the end of the project. But not everything leads to some big fancy results that is worth celebrating. And not everything goes the way that we planned in the beginning. But there was still a lot of effort that gets put into our day-to-day work, even if the results are nothing special. So when you celebrate the effort in addition to the accomplishments, what you're doing is saying, "I see how hard you worked. I see the talent and the skills and the thinking that you put into this, and I am grateful that you did that." So for example, you might have a colleague who has to manage a really detailed or minute or frustrating process that's just critical to the workflow in your job. And you can acknowledge that and say, "I really appreciate all the time and energy you spend to manage this process for our team. I know that it is tough work, and I'm grateful that you are owning it and for the attention that you're giving to it to make sure that everything goes smoothly." As another example, if the team has been working on a big project and it didn't quite come out the way that you wanted, maybe you want to show appreciation for how well the team communicated, or how well they collaborated, or how well they made decisions together. There are many ways that we can celebrate the effort that was put into the project without having to celebrate the outcome of the project. The best part of appreciating effort is that it reinforces putting in the effort. It reinforces those good behaviors that you want to continue to promote on your team. And over time, the more people do that good stuff, they have the put in the effort and they use those good collaboration skills, the more likely success is going to come down the road. Now, if you found these tips on appreciation helpful, I hope that you will subscribe to this channel and also check out my latest video.